Welcome back to Charlottetown PEI for day 2 action of the Under 14 Cup. We have the females here in UPEI today as we have an opening tilt between Ontario, represented by Stony Creek, and Nova Scotia, represented by Halifax County United. Both of these teams won their opening games yesterday as Ontario defeated Newfoundland 4-0 and Nova Scotia defeated Manitoba 3-2 on a last-minute nail-biter. Ontario's in the white jerseys with the red shirts, white socks going from our right to our left, while Nova Scotia's in the all blacks going from our left to our right. This is going to be a very interesting tilt as, of course, the top teams in each group will advance to the finals. So with both teams having a win, this will be very critical to the standings as Ontario will take the free kick down the left side of the field. Under pressure by two Nova Scotia players is Massia. Trying to keep it in play was Davidson. She does a good job, and Nova Scotia is able to recover in midfield. It's a quick, action-packed game so far as we got some quick passing teams as Ontario brings the ball to the right side of the field. We have a very nice sunny day, contrary to what we had yesterday in Charlottetown PEI with the wind and the rain. Very nice to have those good conditions here. Of course, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, want to give a shout out to my Twitter handles at the bottom of the screen. And if you want to make some comments about the game itself, well, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts. As Ontario is able to win a throw on the near sideline. Massia is going to be taking the throw. Looking for a couple Ontario options. Can't seem to find anything right now. She's able to find one in midfield. Battling hard was D'Angelo. Back to Massia. Massia under a lot of pressure from Davidson, and she plays it back to her defenders. Good pass up the field. It goes to Ramsey. Ramsey's able to switch it over to the far side of the field, and Ontario's got something going on the right side. But some good defense coming from Nova Scotia is able to shut down that counter. Back to Ramsey in mid. She's got 3 Nova Scotians surrounding her. And she turns it over and up top. Some good moves down in midfield as Ontario is able to send the ball down the right side of the field. We've got a good run coming in, and she's able to send a crossover. Gets a good cross in, but it's cleared away nicely by Paige. Paige preventing a good opportunity for Ontario to get one up early. Quickly taken. Nova Scotia is on their back heels a little bit as Ontario is constantly putting some pressure inside the box. Working around hard low shot, but that won't trouble goalkeeper Walsh at all, and she'll make the nice and easy save. Walsh send the ball down the field, but no Nova Scotia players are in sight, but it'll finally get it and pass it up the field to Hager. And Hager on the back pass to her midfielders and couldn't get anything going as Ontario is able to recover. On today's slate of games, we have 4 female games, so make sure you guys don't go anywhere as we have, after this game between Ontario and Nova Scotia, we have Manitoba, New Brunswick, Quebec, Alberta, and BC, and PEI finishing off day 2 here in Charlottetown. As ball gets cleared deep, we have Hager putting some deep pressure on the D of Swabby Wallerson. Hager's able to get away from her, bring it back to her midfield to Lecker Evans. And a good foot in there by Udovich turns it over. Good ball down the right side of the field for Ontario. They're going to try and get some going on the right side, but can't keep it in play as the midfielder hit the ball a little bit too far away from her foot, and we'll go for a goal kick for Nova Scotia. There's no win here today, so no win advantage for one particular team as Walsh is going to take the goal kick, get it down to midfield, but it hits off the back of one of the Nova Scotian players and finally cleared away. Hager's going to put some pressure on Swaby again. Good pass out, and she passes it out to her right side defense, and they're able to get down in midfield. The battalion looking to switch the play over, and it goes down the left side for Messia. She does a back heel and trying to find Udovich, but will be blocked. So Messia will go back to her defense and try to set it up once again. Kwikani will beg it to Swaby. Ontario's going to look to switch the play over and try and go down the right side of the field now. Trying to look for an opening, but Nova Scotia is not breaking formation and not giving Ontario any options to get down the field as Macias trying to spread the field. Send a ball down, nice flick on by Davies, but no one's there in sight. Nova Scotia's will clear, and Davidson's going to try and put some pressure on Macias, but Macias will be able to shield it away. Flicked on. Down inside is Davies. Davies working around trying to get something, but a couple of Nova Scotians are able to take it away from her, and it will go down to Quicani. Quicani will switch the ball over to the right side of the field. And Nova Scotia is finally able to get some control, but they'll just try to send the ball up the field. Ontario will regain possession as they have so far in this game. Bring it up is Quicani. Of course, both these teams played yesterday, and Nova Scotia had a very tiring game, which came down to the very last moments. We could be seeing some effects of the fatigue from last night's game, as they will wait to get it into it, as Nova Scotia is able to win a foul and could use this to get some momentum. Trying to kick down the right side, looking for Davidson, and she's able to get some hustle and take it off. We have Lecker Evans battling hard down in midfield with D'Angelo. And D'Angelo was able to win it, but Davidson's trying to take it off of her but can't do it. And D'Angelo will hit it down the right side of the field where they have some space. Send a ball down the right side. Ontario's going to see if they can use that far side of the field. Couple nice moves. Able to cut inside, create some space for herself. Has two players. Shot! Side of the goal. Almost got it right over, and it looks like the goalkeeper Walsh might have gotten a hand, just a tip of the hand on it, and it'll go for a corner kick, but Ontario coming very close to getting one early. Ontario giving many options on top of the box. Almost the whole team, except for Swabby Wallerson, is back. Over, Walsh gets some hands on it, but gives in front. Blocked on the line. Nova Scotia with a huge save right on the line as goalkeeper Walsh deflected it out. But a huge defensive play on the back line saves one goal for the Nova Scotians. Swabby Wallerson under some pressure by Brown, forces to go back to goalkeeper Abernott. But the huge save by Marash on the goal line is able to save one for Nova Scotia. Oiko able to find Brown. Brown looking for Davidson down the right side, but it'll be cleared away nicely by Macia. Nova Scotia's getting some momentum going as they're going to try and pass the ball in the interior half, but Ontario putting constant pressure forces the turnover. Ontario going on a quick counterattack with D'Angelo. Trying to send a ball in. She finds Davies. Davies trying to split the D. Davies, excellent save by Walsh. There's still a rebound. Shooting. Blocked again by the Nova Scotians. Third chance. And just wide. As Walsh with the first nice save. Then Marash with the second save. Saving the goalkeeper once again. As Ontario putting a lot of pressure. But the Nova Scotian backline is not faltering. Some big saves there by Paige and Marash shutting down the Ontario opportunity. But the first save by Walsh on Davies was absolutely phenomenal. As Quicani will head down the left side for Macia. Macia bringing down to midfield. Trying to send a ball in for Ramsey, but can't seem to find her. As the ball will go back to Walsh. Under some pressure, and she's forced to hit it down the sidelines and up for a throw-in. Some good early pressure by Davies. Forces it to for the Nova Scotian keeper to clear the ball out of play. Throwing, trying to get flicked on, but Page is there to knock it out. Swabby Wallerson will slow it down for Ontario. Some good pressure by Page, but Ramsey wasn't relinquishing there as Davidson's finally able to get control. But in once again was Ramsey. She played for Macia. Reset with Kakani. Macia looking for some options, trying to switch the play over, trying to find the head of Davies, and Davies is able to switch it. DiPietro tried to send a ball in but can't get it through as Swabby Larson's able to intercept before Nova Scotians can counter. D'Angelo. Down the right side of the field. Ontario will see if they can get through, but Liker Evans is able to shut it down the first time. Kakani. Down the left side for Massia. Massia battling hard with Davidson and getting some help though from Ramsey, and Ramsey will play it back for Kakani. Kakani sends a nice ball trying to switch play. Davies hits it all the way back. Trying to send it down the right side of the field. Under some pressure from Andrews. Forces Ontario to go back, and Hager's able to get it while she's going to wait for her teammates. But Swabby Larson was all over, but the push on the back will get called, and Hager is able to win the foul. As Nova Scotia will make an early substitution, only 10 minutes into this game. And Hager will come off as Pinn will come into the game for... Jesse Pinn will come into the game for the Nova Scotians. Obviously, the coach of Nova Scotia was not too pleased with the attacking option he had right now, and see if he could get something going offensively. Okay, gets taken long, but nicely headed back down by Ontario and go for Davies. Davies heads in, able to make some space for herself. Davies down the left side, one-on-one, cuts inside. Davies going for goal, and fires it into the goal. As Davies was able to make a nice inside cut and fire it right over the weighing arms of goalkeeper Walsh. And Ontario will take the early 1-0 lead over Nova Scotia. Can you bring the scoreboard up? Yeah. And Nova Scotia will try and reset back to Brown. Down the side for Campbell. Campbell's going to see if she can relinquish herself as Davies has it once again. Ontario getting the early goal. Continue to put some pressure on the Nova Scotia defense. And again, this time Davies' shot doesn't get too far, and Walsh is able to grab it. Walsh sends a nice ball down the left side of the field. Getting to it was Pinn, but it hit off her hands as she tried to rush up, and will be a free kick for Ontario. Kakani going to take it quickly, looking for Davies. Ontario's really looking for Davies, but Davies has given them no reason not to so far. Passing, going for goal. Nice block by Page. As Liker Evans is going to try to get it out of her end, but can't do it as Udovic is there. Going once again, looking for Davies, but head of Page knocks it away from the box. Couple of miscommunication, Nova Scotians. And Page just gets a foot on it, blocking the shot attempt, and that'll be enough for Walsh to get down and make the save. There's a little miscommunication between the two outer defenders for Nova Scotia. Almost causes a big goal for Ontario. Oiko trying to get something going. Can't seem to do it, though. As they pass down the right side, DiPietro can't keep it in play, and will go for a throw-in. Passing it around as Ontario can't get it. And Nova Scotia's finally able to clear, but just goes straight to Kakani, and she'll head down to Massia on the left side. Massia will keep it in play. She'll play into D'Angelo. Back to Swabby. She has some space in front of her, able to dribble through, is able to make a nice move past Phelan. And Davies couldn't get it past the foot of Page, as Page is able to clear, but not as far as Kakani. Kakani still going with it. Kakani has Massia, and Massia has some space on the left side. And Campbell is able to get in her way and knock it out to side, but not past Kakani. Sanders a good foot in there, chipped over, and it gets in the goal! The play from Massia, she's able to send a ball in the box, and it looked like it was D'Angelo who got the final foot, as Ontario will take the 2-0 lead. So it looks like it was Ramsey who got the final touch for Ontario, and they now lead 2-0. Brown with a nice move to Davidson. Davidson down the right side of the field. Can she keep it in play? And Kakani will do it nicely and hit it off of the oncoming Davidson and knock it out for a goal kick. Ontario taking an early lead, 15 minutes in this one, 2-0. Let's see if Nova Scotia is going to be able to recover. As it'll be a short goal kick taken by Abernaw down the right side of the field. She's the oncoming Ramsey. Ramsey tries to get the foot on it, but knocks it up in the air. Page forcing to play it all the way back to her keeper, Walsh. And Walsh will clear it down the left side of the field. Andrews hits it out of play, but Andrews was able to hit it off the Ontario player and will go for a throw-in. Andrews is with a deep throw. Trying to hold it in his Pin. And Pin wasn't able to win it and will go for Ontario. Start taken quickly to D'Angelo. Angelo under pressure from 3 Nova Scotians, and she turns it over to Phelan. And Ontario is going to get control on their own, and they're going to switch the play over to this near side of the field. Ball in for Masia. Masia back to Kokani. And Ontario will switch the play over as they can't seem to find anything on the left side, trying to go with the right side. Not the best touch over, but neither team with a good first touch. It goes all the way back, though, for Swabby Wallerson. Passing around, it goes to D'Angelo in midfield. She has Ramsey to her left. Sends it up down the right side. A good counter-attack opportunity. Ball in for Ramsey, but it'll be intercepted by Page. And Nova Scotia's trying to get something going with Davidson on the right side. Davidson can't keep the ball in play. She hit it a little too far in front of her, and the pressure from Masia, but some good momentum switch for Nova Scotia as they hope to build off of that. Throw it in, it goes to Kwikani. Kwikani gonna switch the ball over to the right side of the field. Sends it to Epp. But a good foot from Andrews is able to clear it away for the meantime. Goes hard. Ramsey can't control it. Just goes under her foot. And Nova Scotia's going to see if they can get some possession going with Brown. She'll hit it back. And Nova Scotia will send down the field for Pin. Ontario is able to get control of midfield and bring it down and try and switch the play over to this left side of the field. Angela for Ramsey. Ramsey can't find Davies. Is a good fin from Page. Page has been very aggressive these last few minutes, stopping any Ontario through ball. Page still all the way up from her center back position. Is still kind of trying to go. This goes to Kokani. Davidson shifts over, has Masia on the left side, but it chooses to send it back to goalkeeper Abernaw. Kokani sends a through ball in for Davies. Able to find Davies. Davies is going to flick it on for Ramsey on the left side. Davies going for goal. Flicked in, and it goes off Davies. Davies surrounded by 2 Nova Scotian players, so still able to get enough of it to go into the goal. And Ontario will take the lead 3-0 here this morning. Nova Scotia wants to get one back before the halftime. There's still plenty of time in this game, though. Anything could happen. And I'll bring it back for Page. Page is going to send it downfield for Davidson. Davidson's able to win, and she hits it down a Pin. Pin trying to switch it up, but couldn't get a good pass, and I'll go for App. Dovich up for Davies. Davies instantly surrounded by Page, and Page is able to win it, but collides with their own player, Brown. And Ontario is going to go down the left side with Dovich. Campbell taking no chances and will hit it out of the play for throw-in. Headed on down midfield and finally able to clear was Andrews. Pin trying to hit it to Davidson, but Davidson was not up there and will go for another Ontario throw. Masia playing at the side, trying to switch up, find Davies. Davies is able to bring it down. Hits it back. Trying to get a good shot going. And they'll hit it down the right side of the field. Trying to set across, but got a little too far under it. But Ramsey is there to head it on. But that won't trouble goalkeeper Walsh and to go out for a goal kick. The Stony Creek Battalion team, very strong defensively, only giving up 9 goals their entire season in the Ontario Youth Soccer League this season. Able to get a foot in there, sends the ball down the left side. Ontario trying to set it. Davies with the header. Can't get it the third time. But as Ontario, a couple of quick passes. As Masia sent a beautiful ball in for Davies, but Davies' header goes over the goal for a goal kick. Ontario looks like they're going to get a double substitution incoming as the kick goes off of one of their players and goes out for a throw-in. You're watching some under-14 female national championship action here at the University of PEI in Charlottetown. This is powered by Bell Alliant as Ontario is currently leading Nova Scotia 3-0 as the ball will go back to goalkeeper Abernath for Ontario. And she'll down the midfield for D'Angelo. D'Angelo back for Abernath. Abernath's going to switch the ball, trying to switch the ball over, but didn't get too far under, and headed back by Lecker Evans. Trying to send a through ball in for Udovic, but can't seem to find her. And Nova Scotia will go down the right side of the field with Davidson. Davidson's got a lot of hustle in her. I go for Masia. Masia back to Kwakani. Kwakani trying to send the ball down the line. Can't get to Udovic. And we're going to have that double substitution right now for Ontario. Epp is going to come off the field, and Harris will come on, and Masia will come off. And Fortino will replace Masia on the left defensive position. So Harris will go into the central midfield position. And then here comes Fortino. Will actually go on the right side. She'll actually go on the right side. With Di Pietro going to go on the left D now. And Ontario will make those tactical switches. Ball up, and we have a 2-on-3 going the other way, but a good foot in there by Marash is able to stop that Ontario opportunity. Brown. Brown keeps going with it. She still got it. Brown with some speed, able to get past a few Ontarians, but a last-ditch effort by Swabi Wallerson is able to win a goal kick. Ivanov looking to her left side, looking for Dovic. Able to get to Udovic. She'll flick it on, trying to get to Ramsey, but will be knocked away by Page. Up for Davidson. Can't find her as Di Pietro is there. Brought it down to Lecker Evans. Lecker Evans can't find Davidson as Di Pietro just got a foot in, but Pin still has it for Nova Scotia. Pin going for goal. Doesn't get a good foot on it, but that's something positive going for the Nova Scotians. Ball get played on the right side for Fortino. Should play it up for D'Angelo. Play on advantage on the foul as Ontario still got possession of the ball, so there'll be no foul given there. Nova Scotians trying to send the ball up the field, but the Ontario defense, hard as a rock, it's very difficult to get past them. Under some pressure down in midfield was Oikel, and Oikel turns it over. I'm trying to get a foot in there. Udovic does get a foot in there, but she collides with Page, and Nova Scotia is able to clear it. Di Pietro with Davidson. Davidson goes down, and Di Pietro still has it. She makes a nice move past Campbell. Di Pietro coming down the left side of the field. Di Pietro trying to send a pass, but didn't get a good pass, and Page is able to send it down. To go to Pin. Pin's going to send to Davidson, but kicks it behind Davidson, and it will go for a throw-in for Ontario. Getting a foot in there, back to DiPietro, trying to pass it around, and Ramsey will go down, takes down Davidson with her, but play will continue as the ball by Lecker Evans is perfectly down the right sideline, but Pin wasn't on the right side, and Ontario will just let it go for a goal kick. Still about 10 minutes left to go in this first half of exciting opening action of the under-14 Women's National Championships as Ontario is leading Nova Scotia 3-0 as the ball goes down to Phelan on the left side. Phelan battling with Fortino, and Fortino's able to get a foot in it and knock it out of play. Sends it down, able to find Pin. And with Swaby. Couple Nova Scotians, but Ontario is able to win the throw-in. Down the far side as Fortino will take it quickly. Foot in there by Phelan. But the play was out of bounds before Phelan could get a foot on it, and Ontario will just march down the field. Yeah, find Angelo. And coming up to take the throw will be Marash for Nova Scotia. He's got a very deep throw we've noticed so far. Beautiful throw. Gets it over the Ontario defense, but they are able to get back before Pin can get to it. Phelan trying to trap Ontario in the corner. Still holding with it. It's not out of play as Ontario's finally able to get it out with Fortino. But a foul will be given. It looked like Fortino tripped down Phelan, and Nova Scotia is able to win a free kick in a very dangerous area. Nova Scotia's got a couple late runners coming up here. We'll see if they're going to, as they're unmarked right now, see if they'll be able to make a nice run in. Taking near post, trying to flick it on, but Ontario is able to clear it away. And Fortino will get the extra header on and hit it down to Ramsey. Ramsey will hit it down to Fortino, and Davies is up there. As Davies is able to get a head in there, and Marash will have to hit it out of play, or else Davies would have got in. But good job by Nova Scotia, keeping the ball in play for the meantime, and hit it off the Ontario player for a throw-in. Throw-in headed away by Vanessa. Fortino will go for a throw-in. Marash on the throw once again. Ontario's moving back now as they recognize the powerful overthrow. When you have powerful throw-in taker like that, it's almost like a corner kick when you get near the edge of the area. Ash trying to find an Ontario. Will hit it backwards. And it'll be up to Kokani, and she's able to keep it in play, but just hit it out for a throw-in instead of a corner. Marash on the throw once again. She has a couple Nova Scotians around her. Not much of support, though, as everyone is moving back, expecting that deep throw now. And Ontario is able to clear and send it up for Ramsey. Ramsey trying to find Davies up top. But it's too far away from her, and Davies will just leave it and not put under pressure on Andrews, who will just shield it out of play for a throw-in. Marash, normally the center defender is taking the throw-ins for Andrews because she has that very deep throw, as we see right there. And getting the foot in there with Fortino, and it'll go well for a throw-in as Nova Scotia using that power of the throws, constantly just marching down the sidelines. Let's go! Rash once again, trying to this time a couple passes, and this time a kick from Oikle will be a little bit too far, but Ontario will have a very deep throw instead now. Then down for Pin. She'll send it down the left side for Phelan. Trying to send the ball out the field, but cleared away by DiPietro. Battling, colliding with a couple of Nova Scotian players, and Ontario is able to win the free kick in midfield. Angelo is going to play it quickly to Fortino on the right side. And Fortino will reset with her Ontario defenders, and they'll pass it around the back. Sends it to DiPietro down the left side. Back to Angelo. Ontario will get back to what they were doing the first few moments of the game, just pass it around among the back, looking for that opening space. Trying to send a through ball on the right side, but too far away from Ramsey, and it'll go straight to the hands of Walsh. Walsh will send a kick down midfield. Still about 3 minutes left to go here in this first half as Ontario is leading Nova Scotia 3-0. And we cleared away, go to Fortino on the right side. She'll play it back for Swabi Wellison. To Kwikani. They'll pass it around the back still. Playing back as D'Angelo goes down, but advantage will be given as DiPietro still has it on the left side. Udovic. Good foot in there by oncoming Campbell. Go for a throw, and looks like a word from the referee on from the first challenge. As a final warning will get given to Oikle. Oikle being told, one more tackle like that and you're out, from the referee. Oh, down in midfield. Knocked away. Can't get it out as the second foot is able to get it out. It goes to Lecker Evans. Lecker Evans to Davidson. Davidson's trying to find Pin upfield. Can't find her as D'Angelo's able to get a foot in there. To go to Chikani. Able to send to Udovic. She turns it over, though, to Davidson. Davidson's going to send up the field, but too far out for Pin, and Aronat will just come out and play with it. She'll down to Fortino on the right side of the field. Tons of space in front of her. And Ontario's going to try and see if they can get a counter on the right side, but too far ahead for Ramsey. But pass back from Brown. Can't find her defender, Andrews. And Nova Scotia's trying to hold it in on the corner. Andrews sends a beautiful ball down the left side. But Pin can't get to it, and Ontario will slow it down on their back line. Chikani. Swabi hits it up to Fortino on the right side of the field. Good ball over, catching the goal. Final foot! But I couldn't get the final touch on us. Probably would have been best off to stick out the left foot there to kind of direct to the goal. But Ontario with a beautiful ball from Fortino on the right side, but couldn't get the final foot in there was Udovic. Udovic. Back to DiPietro. DiPietro trying to send a ball in. Flicked on, but couldn't find Udovic, and will go for a goal kick as we're slowly wrapping things up in this first half here in PEI. Send down midfield. Oikle gonna flick it on for Pin. Pin's gonna go down the left side. Can't control what was feeling. Hits off her back of her leg as Ontario is gonna keep it in. But Fortino can't keep it in play, and Nova Scotia is able to win a throw-in. Rash on the throw. Good foot in there by Fortino, able to get to it before Phelan does. And we'll have 1 minute of added time. 1 minute. As the play will go back for Abernard, Abernard will set it down and goes to Brown. Brown looking for pin. But can't find her new counterattack here with Lecker Evans, but Abernard is out of her goal. Lecker Evans, and Abernard just gets it out as Lecker Evans put a lot of pressure on the goalkeeper from Ontario. Dovich coming on the right side, and Davidson's able to hit it off of her, and Ontario wins thrown. But some great positivity going from the Nova Scotians right now, as they had a great opportunity for the goal there. Chicani. Ontario will knock it around to D'Angelo. D'Angelo trying to find Fortino, but can't seem to find her on the right side. And we'll go for an Ontario throw-in, very possibly the last play of this first half. Flicked down by Fortino, and there is the halftime whistle, as Ontario will go in the half with a healthy 3-0 advantage over the Nova Scotian team from Halifax. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Thank you very much.
One way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
They got something going near the end of the first half, though.
Yeah. Interesting listening to those Ontario guys. They weren't too happy with those substitutions he made. They weren't too happy with the substitutions he made. The whole game's changed, right? They were so far on top, then he made those 2 changes.
Oh,
he did that yesterday in the game. There were 3 upeis to Milan, and he made about 6 changes at half time. And they just, I know, but no, you don't. But they're thinking that you lose your momentum.
I don't know if you muted the mic or not. So there we go over here. There you go. Is the mic still on? Okay. So I said come over here. No, we'll do. Believe me, I've gotten tweets about some things I've said in halftime.
Oh, is that right?
So is this the Ontario Peanut Gallery?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's up to you guys. How was the mission from Stony Creek?
Wonderful.
I'm from Mississauga.
Oh, really? Well, we won't hold that against you. Someone has to live there. Where did you school then?
I go to school in Brunswick.
Oh, right.
And they got me to come over here. We saw him do this last time. I wouldn't say no to that.
I'll be your agent.
There you go. We'll work this out. We'll work it out. Yeah. I'm used to it. I'm used to it. I play for, I don't know if you guys know this CSL at all. I play for Toronto Croatia, so imagine how they're out there. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm used to.
That's 2 knocks. Oh.
I used to play for Toronto Italia.
Yeah, I looked at the last name, so I'm like, oh, Jesus.
I used to play for Saturday White Eagles.
You
We
played
used to
for
have some fun
Oh,
relations.
yeah, no, one time we,
It's all killing each
so
other.
yeah, no, they had us at Landport first, and they tried on both sides, didn't work out. So then they put us in Centennial, that was awful, because they had both fans were on the same side, and it was a disaster. I almost got, yeah, I almost got hit by 3 players when we played at Centennial, and then they finally had to move us to BMO, not really the players as much. It's more the parents than anything. Players come in.
No, but you know what? And no disrespect, but it's inbred behaviour.
Yeah, no, it is on both. Yeah, you see it.
When I grew up in Scotland, we were obviously Catholic, and I came from a church in England, and my wife was Catholic, and my mother had to go, where are you going, Ron? And he brought us to believe that Catholics were bomb thing, you know?
This is a normal thing in Ontario. You always have a peanut gallery here coaching inside. It's a normal thing. Every team on their team. Every on their team.
Billy is our head coach, Travis Williams. So
Yeah.
he has the right to chirp.
Oh yeah. All right.
You just have to put together both his dads.
Yeah, a bunch of my friends who go to big down play for Roma.
Yeah, Bruce play against us.
So there's the Italian team right there. St. Catherine's.
We're gonna meet after the game just to go over
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna start. My big note
Look,
is
and
go to the left.
you'll see the ratings at the end of the game.
Yeah.
You know, my brother, it's normal. It's a normal thing. The parents are pushing as much.
Well, and yesterday Alex had his
No. No, I'm not good.
You don't think it's gonna go to
We're playing SMU again this weekend for football.
Yes.
Yeah. Football, I do soccer, I do hockey. I do the hockey games as well, yeah.
or you can get under the little part.
Yeah. In the women's thing, yeah. We don't have men's team. Yeah. I know you guys. Everyone mentioned. Yeah. Come on, PI. Yeah. He's physical.
So it's a live feed right now.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Because everyone was asking about that yesterday. They did. They said
Let's go, B! You're out! Let's go! B! You're out! Let's go! You too!
I'll get back up there. Yes, please.
B.
Well, you're there.
Let's go, kiddo!
Well, looks like you're getting cool. That's always a good thing. Who's doing the updates for you?
What we spoke about, right?
Yeah?
What we talked about.
And take it right to the net, honey. Let's go.
Thank you very much.
Just press stop.
Yep. I'll put my sunglasses on my chair, right? Beautiful. Okay. I don't think the sun's gonna come back out for the second half.
Hold up.
It has cooled off quite a bit, yeah. As the second half is just about to begin here in Charlottetown, PI, we're going to have Ontario leading Nova Scotia 3-0 here in Charlottetown, PI of under 14. National Championship action powered by Bell Aligned. I'm your host, Martin Ohms. Of course, if you have any comments, questions, or anything, you can send me a tweet at my Twitter account, which is at the bottom. Thank you very much for everyone who has so far, as to help me do the best job as I can, as the early play will go out and we'll go for a throw-in on the right side for Fortino. Fortino remaining in the game after her first half sub. Well, flicked on by Harris. Can't seem to find anything as Page is able to go out. Getting knocked down hard was Oiko, but play will continue to Lecker Evans. Lecker Evans trying to send a ball down the right side for Davidson. Davidson's been very fast, but DiPietro is there to knock it away, and she'll send it down to midfield. 3 Nova Scotians around her, and she'll turn it over to Lecker Evans. Quick, fast-paced couple minutes as Nova Scotia wants to get one back early. And then Ontario's finally getting control and able to pass it around midfield. Goes to Harris. Harris down the right side. Getting a nice foot in there was Andrews. And we'll go all the way back to Fortino. Fortino. Back to her other sister, Fortino. Here comes Alex Fortino. Has Vanessa Fortino in front of her. Gives to Masha instead. Kicks off couple Nova Scotian foots, and it's an Ontario throw as the last foot was put in by Phelan. Signed a little bit too deep, and Marash is back. Marash trying to hit it off of Fortino. Can't do it, and Page is able to help her out, though. Foot in there by Swabi Watterson. Getting intercepted, though, from her is Marriott. And Marriott does get knocked down, and Nova Scotia is able to win the free kick as Marriott has now replaced Pin as the lone striker for the Nova Scotian team. See if you can get 1 goal in offensively early in the second half. Marash on the kick. She'll leave it for Oikle. Oikle could just do a short over to Marash, but Oikle will send it deep. Oikle down the right side, flicked back. Lecker Evans, good shot there from Campbell, but a little bit off target, and Naberna will come out of her net before any Nova Scotian players can come out for it. She'll throw it out quickly to DiPietro. She'll come down the left side of the field. Sends it up for Dovic. Sends a ball in and top, and just jumping off a little bit too early was the Ontario striker, and it will be an offside call. As Ontario almost got a quick counterattack opportunity, but the offside interrupted that chance. Gets blocked by Masha. Masha battling in midfield. She was playing the left defensive role in the first half, now playing a central midfield position. Huge tactical switch there. We'll see if she'll be able to adjust. Playing it back with her keeper as Ontario will bring it up the field. Chicani can't get it up, and it'll be blocked. Second opportunity, and this time Ontario keeps going with it. Nudovic getting a foot in there, and will knock it all the way back for Page, and she'll send it down the field. Brown. Passing it around as Ontario is able to get D'Angelo. Trying to send a back pass, but good pressure there from Oikle. Oikle's able to win it, but 3 Ontario players get around her, and she turns it over. Hard challenge from Oikle. Couldn't get the Ontario player, and play will continue. Back to Swabi Watson. Masha to Angelo. Angelo will switch it all the way over to DiPietro. Try and get something going on the left side with Udovic. Udovic has Campbell with her. Udovic balances Campbell. She gets past Campbell. Trying to send a ball over in front, but will be blocked by Page. Second opportunity, this time blocked by Marash. Page will head it out of danger, and will go for Davidson. Davidson unable to keep it in play, and will go for a throw-in for Ontario. Throw-in taken, trying to find Dovic on the left side. Shielding it away will be Campbell. Will the ball go out of bounds? And Ontario is able to keep it in play. Trying to center it down. And it'll be cleared all the way back for DiPietro. DiPietro's going to send it over to D'Angelo. Headed away and switched over. Good touch there from Harris as she's able to send it down to Fortino. Masha leaves it, expecting her player to be behind, but wasn't there. And a good opportunity there, but that won't trouble the goalkeeper whatsoever. Send down midfield, brought down by Ontario. Harris switches the ball over for DiPietro as Ontario's getting their possession going, as this is what they did early in the first half, and that's what led to their goals. Nova Scotia's got to get something going to keep Ontario off the ball. Goes back to the Ontario keeper, and she'll switch it all the way over to the right side. Under some pressure, as Nova Scotia's putting on the pressure on the back. Like Evans can't get a foot in Swati Wallace, an excellent composure in the back, able to make a move past the oncoming Lecker Evans. Fortino trying to send the ball over her sister. Can't get it. It'll be sent up the field. Now be brought down. D'Angelo. To Masha. Nice little 1-2 play. But Paige is able to get a foot in it, and Masha will try again. Sending a ball in. Nice little move. Battling outside the box. Can someone get a foot in? Hey Bear! And Hey Bear will score! Hey Bear will add one in for Ontario's. She just got subbed in this early in the second half as a striker. And Ontario has taken the lead now 4-0 over Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia trying to get the play going back quickly. See if they can get one of the plays right back, and they'll knock it back for Oikle. Oikle will send a ball down the right side looking for Davidson, but DiPietro is there, and Davidson and DiPietro are colliding with each other, working hard down the right sideline. Davidson still holding control of it, but DiPietro does an excellent job shielding her away from it, and will go out for a goal kick. An early goal from Ontario puts them in a very comfortable lead. Nova Scotia's got to get one back quickly. Taken out quickly to DiPietro. Plays it down the left side for Dovic. Dovic trying to send one ball in for Hebert. Hebert stays on side. Still battling with it. Can Ontario get a final foot on it? But excellent foot there. Andrews knocks it back. Fortino sends it back to the midfield for Harris. And she tried to get a good shot in, but couldn't get it too much under, and it'll go straight to the goalkeeper for Nova Scotia. Walsh going to send this one deep. Doesn't have much help up there, as only Marriott is up. And we have a quick contact. Hebert getting out, and last second foot in by Page is able to knock it away, as Hebert could have possibly got to it before goalkeeper Walsh could. Knocked away, and Page will clear it out of danger, and Ontario will win a throw-in. Ontario's throw-in. Brought back to Masha. She'll bring it all the way back to her defensive pair, and they'll knock it around the back. Pass it around Hebert. Trying to send a ball down the right side. Can't do it the first time. A miscommunication between her and Fortino will knock it all the way back to her defense. Masha. Getting a foot in there was Davidson, but not to knock the ball away from Udovic, and you have DiPietro going down the left sideline. Udovic. Switch over, and it's interrupted by Oikle. Oikle's going to try and get up the field, but the pass goes behind Marriott, and Ontario will settle it down in their back. Chicani. And they'll send it all the way up to Masha in central mid. Back on the right side for Fortino. And to Vanessa Fortino. Vanessa Fortino makes a beautiful move. She's able to get past Andrews on the left side. She keeps going. Battling with two Nova Scotian players, and Andrews is able to knock it away from her finally, and will go out for a corner kick. A very nice run there from Vanessa Fortino. Corner kick in a very dangerous area. Will be taken by Udovic. Udovic going for the near post. Got a foot on it, but went wide, and Andrews is there to clear it away. Udovic will keep the ball in. Has two Nova Scotians surrounding her. Still able to get the pass off, but will be knocked away quickly by Marash. Don't forget, don't go anywhere, as after this game, Manitoba will be playing against New Brunswick here at the UPEI field. Of course, the men's action is going on at the Cornwall field, so if you're looking for them, check over on that stream. Pass on the back, interrupted there by Phelan. She'll send it up. Back to Phelan. Phelan is able to keep it up, but she has to send a ball down midfield, and Ontario will recover and send it all the way back to their keeper. She'll send it over to Swabby Wallerson. Send it up blocked, and it will go straight to the foot of Harris. Harris can't get a foot on it, as the Nova Scotia can't take it off of her, and Masher will go on a counter. Interrupted those. Page read that pass perfectly, but DiPietro knocks it off from Davidson. DiPietro sends the through ball in. Hebert's onside, but Walsh has come out of her goal and is able to grab it before Hebert can slide it into the goal. Walsh doing an excellent job in goal for Nova Scotia. Sends the ball deep, and Ontario will bring it back to goalkeeper Abernott. Still under some pressure from Marriott, but very composed in the back is the goalkeeper Abernott. Send the ball deep, over Page's head, and good opportunity. Udovic by herself. Walsh comes out, and Walsh makes a beautiful save. Coming out on the sliding challenge was Walsh, as Udovic broke free as Page couldn't get the head on it, and Udovic got stopped. Ontario looks like they're going to take a quick corner kick, as we have Cross coming in, looking for our post, goes right through the entire box, as no one could get a finish off on a good cross and good play back with D'Angelo. Throw it on, gets over the heads, and goes all the way back to Chicani. She'll switch it over to the other side to she has Fortino, and will play it across on a nice switch from the Ontario squad. Nova Scotia is holding their formation, not giving them passes, but Mash is able to break free. Mashes to Fortino. Fortino battling with Phelan, and Phelan is able to win it and gets knocked down, but Phelan will continue, and the foul will get given, as Fortino and Phelan were colliding with one another. Mash couldn't play the short to Nova Scotian defensive partner there, but probably will send this one long. Morash sending it down midfield. Letting it go past was Lecker Evans, and Ontario will recover. Some quick passing, and Ontario is out of danger with DiPietro. Down to midfield. Nice move by Masha. She created a lot of space for her, trying to send a ball in down the left side for Udovic, but a little bit too far. And Walsh, instead of choosing to pick it up or just letting it go for a goal kick, clearing it away from danger. Maybe she thought Udovic was a little bit closer than she thought she was actually. The one gets taken, trying to find Fortino, but play will continue with another Ontario throwing it deep in the end, as Page was able to clear it away from danger. She'll throw it back for DiPietro. Good read there by Oikel. Read that one perfectly. She's going to see if she could get one going on the other end. Oikel with some speed, putting a lot of pressure. Ontario will have to play it back to keeper. Oikel's still going, and Abernott's able to clear it away. But some great reading and good pressure from Oikel almost gave Nova Scotia a great opportunity for one on the left side, as you have Ontario going on the left side with Udovic. Dovic sending a crossover. Ibea turning around, getting blocked the first time. Rebound. Just missing the goal as Masha. As Ontario was inches away from adding another one to their total. Still plenty of time in the second half. As it looks like Nova Scotia will be making a substitution next time the ball goes out of play. As good kick up from Walsh. Brought down by Marriott. Marriott will flick it down the right side for Davidson. Davison does a good job getting through on the right side. Davison is through. But Angelo is able to come back and knock it all the way back to her keeper. Masha makes a nice move down midfield, trying to send the ball up for Hebert. And it looks like Hebert was expecting, and Dovic was not expecting to make that run. It will go too far for her and go out for throw in. And Nova Scotia will make the substitution. Coming off the field will be Marriott. And Hager, who was the starting striker for the Nova Scotian squad, will come back on. Nova Scotia will see if they can get with a brand new striker with fresh legs. Get a quick one in for them. Had it and brought it down. And it goes to Hager. Hager with her first touch back on, but it gets taken away from her instantly and goes all the way back to the Ontario defense. Knocked down was Chicani, and the foul will get given on the challenge on the back by Hager. Playing it quickly was DiPietro, and she's going to switch the play over to Fortino, and chooses instead goes to Harris. Harris playing it back to her defense. Good control there by Swabi Wallace, and Ontario is able to get away from danger. Good passing it around, but Lecker Evans has got it in there, but Harris takes it off of her instantly. Chicani down the left side for Dovic. Dovic has DiPietro on the overlap. Uses that and going for goal here. But Walsh does track back. Some good footwork, able to cut back and put some good hands on it. As Dovic looked to notice that Walsh was sneaking a little bit out of goal and almost caught her out of position. Page sends it down the right side. DiPietro is able to bring it down as Ontario will hold it in their back line once again. Looking for an opening. Oikel is going to put some pressure on the top and help out her striker Hager. So it's a nice ball in from Masha. Masha cuts right back into Brown, however, and Nova Scotia is able to clear it away. Coming down the right side is Davidson. Chicani's just going to shield this one away, and it will go for a goal kick. So it looks like it was a little mistake on the fourth official. It was actually Laloon, who is now the striker for Nova Scotia. My mistake on that one. Laloon, number 8, has checked in as the striker for Nova Scotia. And Ontario will be making a sub the next time the ball goes out after this goal kick. That was right. Davidson's able to bring it down, but she hits it right back, and it goes to the DiPietro. DiPietro under a lot of pressure from Davidson, and Nova Scotia choosing to try and make it quickly, but the sub will happen. Sub has been made for Ontario. Once we figure it out, we will let you know. It goes down to the right side. Davidson doing it once again, being very physical with the Ontario players, trying to get it going. But gets it knocked away quickly by Chicani. Oiko gets it off. Oiko makes the moves. Oiko's through. And Oiko collides hard with Ibernaut, but Ibernaut is able to hold on to it. Oiko being very physical in the middle, bullying through the Ontario players as a handball by Hebert will get called. Marash gets it blocked by Masha, and she'll come down the middle of the field. She has a ton of space. She has Fortino right, trying to send it through by the Fortino, but Andrews read that one right before Fortino could, and Andrews going to try and shield it out, but Fortino would have been there, so she had to hit it out of play for a throw-in. Fortino on the throw. Going high was Oiko, and she fell down hard, but play will continue and trying to bring it back to Chicani, but it'll be intercepted by Laloon. Missing the ball on the right side was Campbell, and Udovic has a good opportunity. Sends the ball in. Hebert can't get the finish on, as it looks like Walsh made a huge save as Hebert on the line almost. But Walsh with a brilliant save on the goal line. And will be an Ontario corner. There's still about 15 minutes left to go in this first half. Still plenty of time for Nova Scotia to go down and get one back for against this Ontario squad. Saying going near post. Nice run in. Goes right through. Hebert brings it down. Can she get a good shot on? But the Nova Scotian is all over her as Davidson is knocking it down to the sideline. DiPietro will keep it in play and hit to Udovic. Udovic makes a nice move past one. She's going to go for goal, but it doesn't trouble goalkeeper Walsh as she has come on very strong in the last few minutes for this Nova Scotian team from Halifax. Fortino back to Chicani. Don't forget, after this game, Manitoba will be playing against New Brunswick, and a very important game for both teams. And Marash's kick gets mishit and goes out for a throw. Fortino on the throw. Trying to find Vanessa. Fortino can't get to her as Andrews is there. Turns it over to Masha, though. Masha sends through ball to Udovic. Udovic didn't have a good first touch, and Walsh is able to come out and grab it. She had Epp on the left side, but Udovic... Hebert looks for Udovic once instead, and Udovic couldn't get it in there. Masha, excellent control, bringing it down in front of her. Brings it back for Fortino. Fortino to Vanessa Fortino. Able to hit it off of Andrews and win the throw-in. As the Fortino cousins on the right side has been a huge force for the Ontario squad. Throw ball down the right side. Andrews couldn't keep it in as Vanessa Fortino was able to kick it off of the oncoming Andrews and win a corner. Chicani will come up and take it. Epper's with her as well. Looks like Epp and Chicani want to do a short. Instead, they'll go towards the box, going for the near post. Still battling the box, knocked it back to Chicani. Chicani will put them back under pressure, kicking a kick far post. Davidson hits it in the middle. Hebert gets it. Hebert! Oh, and she shoots it over the net. As Davidson's clearance goes right into the middle of the box, but Hebert shoots it right over the goal. Right into Vanessa Fortino. Trying to send her, but the three Nova Scotians knock it away, but they clear it right to Harris. Harris back to Chicani. Nice move by Epp to create some space. Gives to Masha. Masha gets it interrupted by Brown once right away. And Phelan can't interrupt the Ontario passing, and it'll go straight to Fortino. And just Fortino couldn't get the same luck the second time, as it'll go well for a goal kick. Walsh on the goal kick. Gonna switch the ball over to the far side of the field, which hasn't been used much in this second half. Most of the action has been in the second half on this near side of the field in the second half, as we have Epp trying to send it through him, but a nice diving foot from Campbell clears it away. DiPietro with a beautiful move. Creates some space, trying to find Hebert once again, but will go too far for her and go straight into the waiting hands of the goalkeeper, Walsh. Walsh, deep kick down midfield, goes over the head of Laloon and goes all the way back to the Ontario defense. Good foot and brings it down to Zoikel. Zoikel with Davidson, but get interrupted by DiPietro. DiPietro for the Ontario squad from Stony Creek, Ontario. Battling in midfield. Interrupted, and it goes to Phelan for the Halifax County United squad. And she gets brought down, and a foul will be given as Nova Scotia has a very good free kick. Brown's on top of the ball right now. She hasn't taken any of the set pieces so far, so it's going to be very interesting to see how she does right here. And she'll just choose to play short down to Paige. Paige is going to try it in, but Hebert with the flying foot is able to block and goes out for a throw. Both of these teams are coming in with a victory, as Ontario defeated Newfoundland 4-0, and Nova Scotia did defeat Manitoba 3-2 yesterday. Goes down, goes on the left side. Nice run down the left side, Zudovic. And getting a foot in there was Paige, and Paige was able to hit it off Zudovic, who couldn't slow down, and it goes out for a throw. Under 10 minutes left to go here in the second half action. And it goes to Masha. Masha batting hard with Brown, as Brown is able to take it off of her, and Brown's going to bring it down the right side. Trying to send a ball for Davidson, but too far in front for her, and it'll go out for a throw. Nova Scotia's trying to get some passes together, but the Ontario pressure forced them to make some turnovers. DiPietro on the throw, trying to flick it up. Once again, trying to find it, but it'll be cleared out by the Nova Scotian defense down to midfield. Brown trying to set through ball up for Laloon. And Chicane won't take chance, hits it back to her keeper, but Laloon is there. And goalkeeper Aperna has to rush and kick it out, but did it hit? No, it missed the foot of Davidson, and it will be a Nova Scotian throw. Ontario defense putting a little pressure on their goalie, but she is very composed on the back and is able to clear it away before the Nova Scotian player could take it away. Flicked on by Ontario, and Nova Scotia will let it go, and they have a corner. Great opportunity for the Halifax County United squad. Oikel's going to go over to take the corner for the Nova Scotian team. Nova Scotia's putting a lot of players in the box, but still choosing to have two players left in the back, while Ontario's D is all the way back as everybody's inside their area. Beautiful kick by goalkeeper Abernaut goes up high and is able to get great hands on it as Oikel's beautiful corner, but the throw goes out to the right side and it's interrupted by Brown, but well done by goalkeeper Abernaut, and you could see why Ontario is a very tough team to score on. Chicane to her left side to DiPietro. Trying to send a through ball, but interrupted by Davidson. Some good play, but can't keep it in play. was the Ontario squad member, and it will be a throw-in for Nova Scotia. Gets through. Lecker Evans couldn't get one pass. And I'll bring it all the way back to her Ontario defense. She'll play down for Fortino on the right side. Fortino trying to set the ball, goes to Masha. Masha makes a beautiful move past Brown, and she has a ton of space in midfield. Brown's going to see if she can recover, sends the through ball, and Udovic flicked on. Hebert's there, and Hebert will score. Both Hebert and Udovic were both there for the Ontario squad as they tack on a very late one and now lead 5-0 over Nova Scotia. Masha with the beautiful inside cut, able to create some space and sends a nice ball in for either Udovic or Hebert, and Hebert decided to chip it over the oncoming Walsh. And Ontario adds one more. There's about 4 minutes left to go in the second half. Still lots of time for the Nova Scotian team to get one back for them. So it goes to Andrews. Andrews gets it interrupted by Vanessa Fortino. And tries to play it. Does Brown try to find Phelan on the right side? Couldn't get to her. Alex Fortino on the throw. Has Harris. Can't keep it in. Though it was Vanessa Fortino, and go for a throw, and Marash will come up and take this. Trying to send it deep and get it out of her end. Headed away, though. It goes straight down midfield, and Oikle sends it up for Lalune. Lalune with a nice move, but can't get past the second Ontario player. As they'll bring it all the way back to the keeper, Abernon. She sends it deep and clears it away from danger straight to Udovic on the left side. Play quickly changes over, and Campbell is putting some pressure on Udovic. Trying to intercept it, but Udovic is still able to hang on. She comes down the left side. Udovic still going with it. Trying to send a crossover, but it'll finally get interrupted by Page and go straight to the hands of Walsh. Nova Scotia looks like they're going to make one late substitution. Maybe add an additional striker to try and push one in for their team. Gamble will send it down up the right side to go to Lecker Evans. She'll head it on, but no Nova Scotian players are there, and DiPietro, he'll hit it back to her keeper, and they'll play a little 1-2. Passing it around once again, and they're able to get a pass down the right side. Ball in for Vanessa Fortino from Masha. And she goes for goal, but shoots it behind the net. She didn't get a good foot on that one. And here comes the substitution. As Lecker Evans is coming off the field. And we'll find out in just a second who came on for her. It looks like Cardass. All right, kick goes straight to Masha, brings it down. She has excellent control in that central midfield. Nothing seems to get past her, and they'll pass it around on the right side. And that's Fortino. Gets it interrupted by Andrews. Fortino will hold into the corner, knowing that they're winning. Try to hit it off and win a corner, but the bounces won't go their way. Masha battling with Brown. She sends the ball over top. There's the Ontario players. Hebert's going to shoot. Great save by Walsh as Walsh goes down low to her right to make the save. As the alternate keeper for Nova Scotia, Cardass is up on striker, helping out Lalune. Sending up two strikers now so Nova Scotia can try and get one with a few minutes left to go. As found out, actually just 1 minute of additional time. So, just 1 minute of additional time here in Charlottetown, PEI, as Ontario's leading 5-0 over the Nova Scotia squad from Halifax. Ryan down midfield trying to get something going on the right side. Some good pressure, and there goes Cardass. But Bobby Watson is there as we have an injured Nova Scotian player. Looks like Oiko in a lot of pain right now. Oiko in a lot of pain. The training staff and the coaches are out, as this could be the referee could decide to end the game here. Again, we have a full slate of games coming up. Today we have Manitoba playing against New Brunswick, Quebec playing against Alberta, and BC going to be playing against the PEI squad here in Charlottetown, PEI on the Under 14 National Championships, brought to you by Bell Alliant. Does not look like a good sign as the board has to be brought out for the injured Oiko. She is unable to get to her feet. He's really hoping that she's okay and nothing too serious happened. It's never a good sign. As the injured Oiko will get carried off the field, here's hoping nothing serious and she'll be able to play the rest, but it doesn't look too good right now. If we're looking over to what's going on the guys' side of the game going on right now, Yukon is playing against the PEI squad right now in Cornwall, followed by Saskatchewan, Nova Scotia, Manitoba, and New Brunswick, and then Newfoundland will be taking on the other PEI squad. Some very critical games in the groups for those squads over at the Cornwall field. As the thrown will get taken, Nova Scotia is able to make their substitution. And they're able to win a corner kick. Let's see if they can get one goal in for their injured player. Here comes the corner from Brown. Going near post, but will be cleared away, but still trying to get something going with Page. Back in the air to Cardass. Cardass brings it, she has it inside the edge of the box. Under pressure from 4 Ontario players, she's able to hand it back. Just the shot, cross comes over, there's a player right in front. And Abernathy, solid hands on the oncoming Nova Scotian player going up with her feeling. Abernathy jumps up ahead of her with her hands and able to grab it up. Great opportunity for Nova Scotia as Ontario will go down the other way with Vanessa Fortino. Sends the through ball up top, staying on side. Was that Benep will slide it into the open goal as they get one in just before the final whistle. And they will now lead 6-0 over the Nova Scotian team. As Nova Scotia had one great chance going one way and Ontario capitalized on the other. As that There's the opening kickoff, and there is the final whistle here in PEI, as Ontario has defeated Nova Scotia 6-0, but a lot of the worries has to be on the injured player Oiko for the Halifax team. Hopefully everything's okay with her, but make sure you guys don't go anywhere. Coming up next, Manitoba will be playing against New Brunswick in a very pivotal game for both squads. Thank you very much, and see you guys soon.